Hey everybody, you have to excuse me. I've been sick for about a week. I'm just getting over it, but a little stuffy, so please excuse that. But anyway, so this video here, I'm going to show you and talk about this day out here. So I got out there and we weren't really doing real well. We weren't catching many fish. We were throwing Kitex, throwing a bunch of different stuff. We threw Yama Tanukis early on, 1/8 Yama Tanukis. We were throwing tubes and everything that I normally throw, and we weren't really getting anything. So I made a little tweak. I'd been experimenting with this, and I with the Yama Tanuki, the 2.5 Yama Tanuki, I put a 3/16 ounce weight on it because I wanted to get further out, like spots when I'm wading, I can't reach, like maybe there's an eddy across the river and I can't get through the channel and I want to be able to hit that. So I wanted to try something heavier. Now, the downside with that are snags, but with the hook that I use, my hook that I make, the weedless finesse hook, you know, it kind of helps with the snags. You still snag a lot, but not as much. So anyway, I tried that and put that 3/16 on. In the first cast, I caught a fish. And then it was just one after another. I'm catching fish after fish. And my buddy Don, who was fishing with me, he had a 1/8 on his, and he wasn't getting any bites. He wasn't getting anything. So what I wanted to talk about is that might be all the difference. He was using the same color, same size bait. You just might need to switch your weight. It might be you have to go down lower or up higher. It's the fall rate. It's where it's getting on the bottom. You know, it's how it's moving on the bottom. It might be coming up too far. It might be going down. It might stay on the bottom. So switching your weight is a very important thing. And a lot of times that'll be the difference between catching fish and not catching fish. And that's what this video is basically about. Decent fish. It's on a Yama Tanuki. He crushed it. He's got some spots on him. Yama Tanuki. Not bad. Not bad. When in doubt, nuke him with the Yama Tanuki. He's got black marks on him too.
Test for the other one.
He's got a lamprey mark on him too. Yeah. Another Yama Tanuki fish. Little ones. Yama Tanuki, it works all year. Catch them in the fall, summer, and now the spring. They like it. Same size as the other ones. Nice fish though. Yeah, black marks on him too, on his lips. Might be a little bigger one. Oh yeah. Biggest one of the day for me, for sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I might need a picture of this one. Oh yeah. He's not real fat, but I might be 20 inches. $19 and a half. Wasn't even that big. I thought it was a giant.
He was pulling hard.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice fish.
Yeah, it is.
Probably 16 inches.
It's crazy, that bait that catches it. You look at the thing,
I know.
it's like,
It's a bowling pin.
it looks like a bowling pin. Where are they seeing this thing?
I don't know. It's hard to tell how big these fish are right now. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Not a giant though. It's a fighter. Tanuki's cleaning them up right now. Beautiful fish. I'm just letting it sit on the bottom, you know. I'm just casting out, let it sit on the bottom, and I move it just a little bit. Kind of pull it with the rod, you know.
Yeah.
With this wind, it's kind of hard to. They're hitting it pretty good though. Tanuki's getting them, boy. Yeah. I popped it out of a snag and he hit it. Oh man.
Eight on a Nuki? 7?
More than that.
9?
Yeah, look.
Like the Nuki.
That's a fat one. A 16-incher. So yeah, just switching the bait, just switching the weight on the bait or the bait, any of those things can change your day. You have to experiment when you're out there. Now look, when the fish are biting, and they'll bite anything, like I always say, anybody can catch fish, anyone, when they're really biting. But when they're not, and they're in neutral mode, or they're not, you know, they're totally inactive, you want to trigger these fish. And little changes like the size of the bait, the color of the bait, the weight of the bait, that could all mean the difference between catching fish and not catching fish, at least in my experience. And that's what this video is, you know, all these fish that you've seen me catch here, that's what the difference is. I just switched from an 1/8. My buddy was using an 1/8. I went to a 3/16, and I was catching them. As soon as I gave him a 3/16, he started catching them, just like that. And that can be, you know, it's tough when you're wading because you can't carry a lot of stuff. You can't. So you have to make a decision before you go out what you're going to take and what you're going to throw. And, you know, a lot of times you can't change when you're out there. Especially me. I pre-rig everything. So I don't have time. I don't want to waste time rigging stuff while I'm standing, dropping baits in the water. I mean, I've lost so many baits just dropping them, just tying them, you know, rigging them up, you know. So that's one reason why I pre-rig. And I'll make a video on that, and we can, you know, go over that, why I do it and all that. But this day is an example of just switching the weight and how it changes the entire day. And liking this Tanuki, man. Oh, hopped up on them crawfish. Cold fish. Nice fish. Nice fish. Shiyama Tanuki can be so effective fishing it slow on the bottom. It's pretty crazy. The bowling pin. That's what it looks like. You can see how many fish I'm catching on it. That's a fat tub. These are all 15, 16 inches. Huh? It's a nicer fish. Not huge, but he's fat. Oh man, he's heavy. Wow. That's a heavy fish. That's a nice one, man. He's a big one, Don. That's a real big one. I got one on too. Lost it.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Oh, he is a nice fat guy.
That's a good one. There's a lot of them in here. Oh, yeah. There's a big one here. Real big one. That's an 18er.
Ooh, he's a fat guy.
Yeah. That's a big boy. That's a big one. That's a real big one. Monster. The monster mash. That might be a 20.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It's at least a 19. Look at the lip on that thing. Woo!
He's an eater.
There's another one on the Tanuki. Fat guy. Ripped the Tanuki though. So I hope everybody liked the video, and the whole thing about this video is switching that weight or switching the color or the size of the bait can be all the difference between catching fish. And that's what I want to, my experience out there. This is just, I caught all this on video. I've done this a bunch, and I do it all the time. I just switch up. You know, maybe you're fishing a Kitech and you're fishing a 3.3, you're not getting bites. Try the 3.8, try the 2.8, you know, try the 4.3. You never know. It could be that simple. Try, instead of using a quarter ounce, use an eighth, you know, stuff like that. And that could be all the difference between you catching fish and not catching fish. And that's my experience out there. And it really does matter. So I hope you liked the video, and please stay tuned for more. Like I said, I'm a little bit under the weather. You have to excuse me, but I'll be bringing you more content real soon. Take care. Have a great day.